Hi, and welcome to Solutions IRB brief training on Exempt Category 8. From 45 CFR 46.104D8, this is how the CFR defines Exempt 8. It's secondary research for which broad consent is required. Research involving the use of identifiable private information or identifiable biospecimens for secondary research used if the following criteria are met. And please note, all criteria must be satisfied. First, broad consent for the storage, maintenance, and secondary research use of the identifiable private information or identifiable biospecimens was obtained in accordance with 46.116, A1 through 4, A6, and D. This is the portion of the CFR that talks about broad consent and the elements of consent. 2, documentation of informed consent or waiver of documentation of consent was obtained in accordance with 46.117. And this portion of the CFR deals with the protection of privacy of the subjects. 3, an IRB conducts a limited IRB review and makes the determination required by 46.111A7 and makes the determination that the research to be conducted is within the scope of the broad consent reference in paragraph D8I of this section, and the investigator does not include returning individual research results to subjects as part of the study plan. This provision does not prevent an investigator from abiding by any legal requirements to return individual research results. So keep in mind that the third and fourth criteria here for number 3, this is where we as the IRB are going to be looking at whether or not this study falls within the scope of broad consent. So in some cases, it may be such that broad consent does not apply, and it would need to be a study that is utilizing regular consent. Also, sometimes we get questions on how Category 8 differs from Category 4, and while both do involve secondary research, Exempt 4 does not require that broad consent element that we spoke of. And of course, when you submit your documents to us for your Exempt 8 study, we'll need all of the normal study documents. And because broad consent was required for the collection of this data, please submit the consent form that was used. And generally, this is what we want. But if that's not available, please provide details concerning the original consent process. And if this cannot be explained or provided adequately, then the study will not qualify for Exempt Category 8. And that's a determination left up to the IRB. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out to us at reviews@solutionsirb.com or phone us at 1-855-226-4472. Thanks.